All right, good morning, traders. Today is October 21st, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 583.80. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five still in daily uptrends. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend, 10-minute downtrend. IWM FNGU closed the day with higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Diamond Dow and GLD made new all-time highs. SPY and QQQ made inside days, closing over their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Silver made a new 12-year high. UNG in an uptrend made a lower low and a lower high, closing below a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. So UNG's in an uptrend and it's been falling now for the past 12 days. But it technically has not taken out and made a lower low yet, so no trend yet, still in an uptrend. USO in a downtrend made a lower low and a lower high, closing below a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. US dollar index in an uptrend closed near the 103.46 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart we look at here, SPY. Had a 10-minute downtrend coming into the close. Got a 10-minute downtrend in the pre-market. On the 2-hour chart, we have 2-hour uptrend going into the close. Currently, 2-hour downtrend in the pre-market. On the daily chart, we have daily uptrend. You can see price. It's on top of the 3 EMA here. That's the thin yellow line. And you've got price in the 3 EMA over the 8 EMA, which is the white, thin white line right there. So there's a bullish trap right there. Price action, you can see for the daily candle. We got an inside day, which is a lower high and a higher low, closing over the trap and over the 17 EMA, which is these green dots right through here. All right, here's a prior all-time high, anchored VWAP. This is the pink line, the first pink line. They're both high anchored VWAPs. This one's a prior all-time high. This is just a recent high, and this is a prior all-time high right there. So price action is up over the all-time high, a prior all-time high anchored VWAP. In an uptrend, money would be flowing into the SPY market. So we'll see what happens today. Already we are got a lower high and looking like we just dug out a lower low. So we'll see where we're going. Probably going to pull back maybe to the 8 EMA, possibly down here to the anchored VWAP. We'll see where it wants to go. All right, so my pivot this morning, 583.80. That puts the pivot right about, let's just plot that out. A little bit higher. Right about there. So we look at that on the 10-minute chart. See, we're well below it. So based on this, we want red erases green entries. So you have some green over here. All right, so looking like they want to do they filled the gap already this morning. So below right here, below this red candle, below 582.27, that would be my first entry right there for red erases green. Anything below 582.27, looking for a downside move, probably down to this pivot here first, and then possibly down to this area. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. See if we got an uptrend here that might save us. And we'll draw a line right through here. Yeah, they have to recover that. They're going to need to recover this in order to stay bullish right here in the short term. You can see we're breaking through that. Well, we'll see what they do when they open it up. They could just spike it and then rip it to the upside. We'll see what happens. So there's SPY. All right, on the 10-minute chart. Let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, so here's QQQ. Here's a prior all-time high. All right, this is the anchored VWAP off that prior all-time high, the pink line. Price action for Friday, inside day, lower high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, price action for QQQ, making higher lows and higher highs, still in an uptrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP that's bullish. Let's take a look at FNGU. All right, so FNGU on the daily chart puts in higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Here is the all-time high anchored VWAP. Price action is up and over it. All right, so that's bullish. Price action is making higher lows and higher highs. That is a daily uptrend. We just need price action to be in a 10-minute uptrend. All right, so we can see that money's flowing into the FNGU. All right, so there's FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow made a new all-time high yesterday. You can see price action got a lower low, but also a higher high, making a new all-time high, closing the day at the high of the day, at the end of the day, at the all-time high right there. So there's Diamond Dow on the daily charts. Take a look at IWM. IWM today, Friday, making inside day, or maybe a higher high and a higher low. Hold on. High 226.96, high 227.03. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. All right, here's the 2024 high right there, as well as a 3-year high. And you can see price action is up and over this 3-year high. All right, so we just need an uptrend to show us that money's flowing into the IWM, aka the Russell 2000. Price action is making higher highs, higher lows and higher highs. That is an uptrend up over the pink line. That's bullish. Up over the trend line. That's also bullish. So all of the Fab 5 in daily uptrends. Take a look at T2122. We spent the day on Friday hanging out right inside the buy zone. That's very bullish right there. Like to see us find our way back into the overbought zone. We'll see what happens. Looking like some profit taking happening today. I would expect a return back up to the highs. Possibly near end of day if it doesn't happen in the middle of the day. All right, those are those all-time highs. T2123 printing a brand new all-time high on T2123. Notice the space keeps opening up wider and wider between the rising 200 SMA and the price action right here. So T2123 doing great. T2123 3-bar chart. You can see we're opening up a whole lot more space here between rising 17 EMA and the price action. For Friday, we put in 3 more green candle bars. You can see here we have a rising 200 SMA on the 3-bar chart, rising up through prior all-time highs right through there. So that's very bullish right there, T2123. FNGU for Friday's price action gapped up and held the higher ground, so that's bullish. All right, we got up over rising 200 SMA. In the pre-market, we're kind of visiting it here, right here. We'll see what happens. Need them to need price action. Need the bulls to hold this area and get back up here and consolidate some more up into this holding the higher ground area up there. We'll see what happens. All right, no promises. Looking good yesterday. I don't know why things are falling out of bed today. So we'll see what happens. So there's FNGU on the indicators chart. Let's go take a look at, let's just take a look at USO. A little bit of energy here. Okay, USO in a downtrend because it took out this low. So it made a lower low. That puts it in a downtrend. Price action in a bear flag moving down and over to the right. Pull up some drawing tools here. Okay, so this is a bear flag moving down and over to the right. Friday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. So USO in a downtrend and also in a bear flag. Like to see this find its way back up there to near the highs. We'll see what happens. Currently in a downtrend, we've got a trend line here that may be halting price. Possibly get a bounce back up there. We'll see what happens. UNG is in an uptrend because it hasn't made a lower low yet, okay? But we're coming dangerously close to taking out this low. All right, remember, it's in a trend. All right, it's just, even though it's moving back, it hasn't made a trend. A trend would be to make a lower high and a lower low. All right, so we haven't got the lower high yet. All right, because we got a higher high here, but we could make a lower low, and that would start the downtrend. All right, so there's UNG moving up, but doesn't know that it's in an uptrend currently. For Friday's price action, got a lower high, got a lower low, closing below the bearish trap, underneath the falling 17 EMA, and again, coming dangerously close to starting a new downtrend if they take out this low. So that's UNG. Let's take a look at silver. Silver had a rocket ride on Friday, okay? Silver at a 12-year high right there. Higher low, higher high, over the trap, over prior high anchored VWAP. Money's flowing into the silver market. GLD made a new all-time high on Friday, making it again this morning. Same with silver, making a new 12-year high as well. So GLD, money flowing into the GLD. Okay, price action is moving up. Let's take a look at SMH. SMH on the daily chart, up over the pink line. That's the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, just not moving up. All right, it's over it, but it's not moving up. In an uptrend because making higher lows and higher highs. So SMH still bullish. SMH in a daily uptrend. XLK technology making higher highs and higher lows, still in an uptrend. Bullish because it's still up over the pink line, which is the all-time high anchored VWAP. Again, just not moving up. There's XLK. Let's take a look. Things could change this morning. We'll see what happens. Monday marks the beginning of a new week. They did move it up last week. They may be ready to move it up again either today or tomorrow. We'll see. So there's XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. XLF for Friday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17. All-time high anchored VWAP right there. Price action is up over it and moving up. That's bullish. Price action making higher lows and higher highs. That's bullish. Everything looking good on XLF, XLK, and SMH so far. Let's take a look at XLI. It's the industrials making a new all-time high on Friday right there. Making a, I gotta say, that's a lower low and a higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17. Also over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP right there. So price action bullish there. Making new all-time highs, got to be bullish. All right, let's take a look at XRT. XRT now in an uptrend because it made a higher high on Thursday. Friday's price action is a lower high and a lower low, closing just on top of the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. I like that. It's still up there in quadrant 4. It's still up over this pink line. That's a high anchored VWAP right there from a couple years ago. All right, so I like this price action. This is a big bull flag. It's just lasted for a whole year. It may go for another 6 months. I'm not sure. We got a higher low. I'm looking forward to see what kind of high the bulls have in store for us. All right, so XRT, bullish in an uptrend. All right, in a flag, bull flag, looking for the breakout. Got the higher low, looking for the big breakout. We'll see what happens. There's XRT. Let's take a look at IYT. Here's our transports. That's an all-time high right there. That green candle that sticks up into the sky. Right there, price action for Friday. I got to zoom in because I can barely see. Lower high, lower low closing inside a bullish trap over a rising 17 EMA. Here's a prior all-time high. The blue line price action is moving up over the blue line. Okay, that's money flowing into the transport sector. All right, so we got a lot of sectors all in uptrends. Got the Fab 5 in the uptrend. We got the T2123 in the uptrend. We've got silver precious metals, both in uptrends, making new, some making new all-time highs, one making new 12-year high. Energy market is kind of in a downtrend, if you ask me. All right, even though UNG still technically in an uptrend, but just not moving up. That's for sure. Having a deep pullback. So there we are. With the market is bullish. All right, things could get parabolic. I keep saying that. We haven't got there yet. Probably waiting on some earnings for the big boys. I think once the big boys report some decent earnings, we could see some parabolic activity. So anyways, there's IYT. And let's go take a look at the economics package for this morning. And that is right here. All right, so economics package for Monday. Some Fed speakers. Leading indicators comes out at 10 and a couple more Fed speakers. Tuesday, got a Fed speaker, got the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index at 10. Treasury, nothing happening there. So Monday and Tuesday, if the bulls want to run it, they can. It's wide open unless we look at earnings. All right, for Wednesday, all right, existing home sales at 10. Petroleum report at 10:30. Beige book at 2. Couple of Fed speakers. Really not a whole lot going on Wednesday. Let's take a look at Thursday. Jobless claims comes out at 8:30. Not really worried about those. Chicago Fed National Activity Index at 8:30. Not a big mover. PMI Composite Flash 9:45. New home sales at 10. Gas report at 10:30. Again, really light week. I don't see anything going on. Friday, durable goods at 8:30. Consumer sentiment at 10. So it's a really light week if the bulls want to really get it jacked up there. We'll see what happens. Or they may want to pull it back and then rip it up. We'll see what they want to do. All right, so for earnings, take a look at the earnings for the 21st. We got SAP. All right, so SAP reports this evening, $287 billion. Got a bank reporting, if they can find the P&L, $154 billion. And Nucor Steel, they're going to report this evening right alongside of SAP. Tuesday, we got GE Aerospace, $208 billion. And Denair at $196 billion. Philip Morris, $186 billion. Verizon, $184 billion. Texas Instruments, $181 billion. Raytheon, $167 billion. Lockheed Martin, $145 billion. Fiserv, $112 billion. Sherwin-Williams, $98 billion. Moody's Corporation, $88 billion. Got a whole lot of market cap reporting. Not one of them has got it all tied up in themselves, but added up, you got quite a bit of market cap. I think over $1 trillion there. Going to be reporting on Tuesday morning before the market opens. Let's take a look at Wednesday. Tesla is going to report $705 billion in the evening. Coca-Cola is going to report in the morning, $301 billion. T-Mobile, $258 billion. They're going to report in the evening with Tesla. Thermo Fisher, $228 billion. They're going to report in the morning with Coca-Cola. International would be IBM, $214 billion. They're going to report in the evening with T-Mobile and Tesla. Lloyd's Banking Group, 196 billion. They're going to report in the morning right alongside Coca-Cola. ServiceNow, 188 billion. They're going to report this evening. And NextEra Energy, 172 billion. They're going to report in the morning. AT&T, 155 billion. Boston Scientific, 127. Got a whole lot of market cap reporting on Wednesday and Tuesday. A lot of this is split between the morning and the evening. On Thursday, Amazon has not yet decided about the P&L. Almost $2 billion going to report. Don't know what time they want to release their data, but that would be a big market mover. $2 trillion right there on Thursday morning. That will move the markets, okay? A lot more than any of the economic data. So be pretty much hedged on Thursday. Probably Thursday morning. Maybe we'll know sooner when they're going to report. What do we got? S&P Global, 162 billion. Union Pacific, there's some railways, 147 billion. Honeywell, there's some electronics, 142 billion. UPS, they're in the transports, 115 billion. And then Northrop Grumman, that'd be defense, 77 billion right there. For Friday, let's take a look at Friday. Sanofi's going to report a little bit of drug manufacturing, 138 billion. They're going to report if they can decide when they want to or find the P&L. HCA Healthcare, 107 billion. All right, so the main event this week, I've decided, is going to be Amazon reporting on Thursday. I don't know if it's in the morning or the evening. I'd really like to know that, so I can be well prepared for that. So I'm going to have to be pretty much fully hedged on Wednesday evening in preparation for Amazon reporting. All right, so there's that for Max Payne for today. What is this no data crap? All right, so Max Payne 584 is Max Payne. We've got 2 puts to every call. And that's just the puts and calls that expire today. Okay, so we're heading in the wrong direction, so I would expect that maybe we get a bounce today. We'll see. I would expect a bounce sometime today. We'll see what happens if we're not bouncing already. All right, so there's, and let's take a look at the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar closed on Friday right down here, 103.47. So they went up there, they tapped that high. All right, little embrace, and now they seem to be pulling back. But at least on Friday, but this morning they look like they're ready to go back up and go higher. So dollar in an uptrend. It was in a beautiful downtrend all through this. This is one heck of a bounce there, or igniting move anyways. Okay, it's not really a bounce because they got down here and was a dead cat bounce, kind of bear flagging, and then I don't know what happened, but they like what they heard, and now the dollar's back up here challenging these valleys right through here. Got some valleys right through here and there, challenging that minor resistance. Maybe it doesn't cut through there and it comes back down. We'll see what happens. Like to see the dollar come back down. We'll see what happens. All right, I take questions in the room. All right, and if not, I'm going to render my video and I'll be back on in 45 minutes. I think I see a question. Retired Fido says, good morning, new member here. Anxious to learn from you guys. John, what time are you on the mic throughout the day? I'm off and on all day long, and I'm showing you setups that I see. All right, but I come on the morning at 8 o'clock every morning, and I pretty much... thank you, John. I pretty much speak till about 8:30 regarding market conditions and analysis. I make a video out of it. The video is posted up there in the alerts. Okay, that's just above the chat window. And You can ask me questions all day long. I typically trade the SPY. I like contracts. I also trade my futures. All right, so if I'm taking a bullish contract in the SPY, I'm probably pretty much long on the ES or the MES. All right, so I will take questions all day long. All you got to do is call me out and ask my name and just say, hey, what do you think of this? Or what do you ask your question? How do I get a better entry? Any question you got, I'm here to help you. Again, I'm not a success unless you're a success. And welcome to the room. Thanks for being here. Thank you for choosing us. Appreciate that. I love that. I love that. All right. So in the room later on today, you're going to see on the right on here, you're going to see either this box, which is the bearish box, it's red, or this box, which is the bullish box, it's green. Okay, and I'll lay out what the pivot is and where I see my first entry on where I would buy on the SPY. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, ask your questions because, hey, I don't know everybody's, I don't know everybody's experience, and I don't know where you at in your trading. So ask as many questions as you need because we want to get you to the point where you're independent and you don't need us anymore. That's where we want to get you. We want to get you to that place of confidence that you know what's going on and that you can make money without us. Yeah. Hey, Dwayne. Speakers today? Yeah, we have some speakers. I didn't see Mr. Powell listed, though. Thanks for being here, Dwayne. Thanks for taking a trial. Appreciate that. So we'll see what happens. Dwayne, you just said speakers, so I'm not sure if it was a question or regarding the economic package as far as the events in the throughout the week for the economic package. Oh, you meant to type that? Okay. All right. But good to have you here as well, Dwayne. Thank you. Thank you for choosing us. If there's anything I can do to help any one of you with your trading, please ask. All right? That's why I'm here. Please ask. I do free 15-minute coaching sessions, all right? We do them on Skype. That's the only way I can do them. But I'll record it, and you guys can, you have something to reflect on afterwards. All right? So, like I said, I'm here to help you. Silver's on a tear, yes. Any option activity on this week? We did some options yesterday, Friday, and I sold them off into that big rip rally. And the BRICS meeting this week, I'm not sure what the BRICS are, but I'll probably have to Google that, or maybe you could share what it is. All right, I'm going to go get my video rendered, all right, and get it posted up there so everybody out there in digital land, and thank you everybody out there in digital land for being a part of my my trading club, my trading routine. I'm glad you find my content valuable enough that it's worthy of your attention. All right, so get this posted up, and we'll kick off the day in about 45 minutes. All right, so I'll be back on Dwayne and Retired Fido in 45 minutes, and I'll have these boxes set up. And we'll be on a 10-minute chart or a 3 or a 5-minute, whatever I think is necessary. I'd be looking for a bounce right in through here. So we'll see what happens, okay? So I'll get those set up so we can find an entry to make a trade today. Hopefully a couple of trades.